Hello everyone, welcome to Melissa's Musings. It has been a little bit. I've taken an impromptu hiatus where I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting. I've been saying a lot of no. It has been awesome, and you'll notice that I've been not really on social media as a whole since the beginning of September. So as you guys know, I am usually very present on social media. I am all about that Facebook and Instagram life and coming to you guys and sharing what's going on in my life. And for the last 2 weeks or so, I have made a really impactful shift towards the power of saying no, which is, for me, one of the most powerful shifts that I can take, because I am constantly a go-getter. I constantly have a lot of things to do. I love maintaining that kind of busier. I don't even like to use the word busy, because busy I feel like tends to have a negative connotation, and I love having a jam-packed schedule. That's what drives me. So I love being really intentional with my schedule, I guess you could say, because I don't like the word busy at all. Hi guys, thanks for rolling on in here. I see a bunch of you are joining in, and I've got Paul here, CJ, hey guys. Let's see who else. Nikki, hey, how's it going, you peeps? So thank you for joining in and watching with me live. And for those of you watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in, even though you're not catching me live. How am I looking here? It's been all day since I've looked in the mirror. So thanks, Paul. I just got a new lighting situation. Are you guys liking it? And I'm kind of enjoying the stand-up situation. I'm improving my space. I like it. So as you guys roll on in here, thanks, Eric. Keep rocking. That's right. I'm rocking and rolling today. So, yes, at the beginning of this month, I made a very powerful intention to start saying no. So John and I have had a very robust year. You guys know that we had a dozen weddings. We coached for the leadership program. We've been growing our team. So filling the plate and stretching the plate and doing all of the things, which has been amazing. And learning how to balance self-care and my rejuvenation and my health and all of those amazing things too. So what has been really powerful for me in the last few weeks has been not shitting on myself. So not having the mentality of, oh, I should be doing this, or I should be getting on Melissa's Musings, or I should be doing a Get Real with Real Estate, but truly being in the moment of what I'm feeling in that space. Because my intention with Melissa's Musings is never to have it be an obligation. To feel like it's another to-do on my to-do list. That's not what Melissa's Musings is, and that's what I'm very committed to it not becoming. So in the spirit of that, and what my commitment is to Melissa's Musings, it is absolutely for it to be fun, exciting, in the moment, when I'm inspired, and when I want to connect with you guys. So it hasn't felt right the last 10 days or so. I have not been in a space where I've wanted to, and I've been saying no to so many things and laying on the couch instead. And it's amazing. Nothing has fallen through the cracks. Every client still is obviously, well taken care of and all those things, but it's allowing us to manage all of the things. And so today, John and I woke up with a stomach ache. John's really hurting today. We just took some team photos and the poor guy was like, what are we doing? And so with having a stomach ache today, right? He could so easily have okay, I get to just grind through my day, forget about the pain, hopefully I don't vomit and I'll be good to go, right? We could take that mentality, which I would admit would probably have been our prior approach. Let's just keep going, we'll rock and roll, we'll sleep later. And there's the approach that we just took, which was being honest with our clients about how we're feeling, easily able to reschedule things to tomorrow and to Thursday, and clearing some time for ourselves this afternoon to create a both and, which is taking care of all of our clients and resting so that we don't end up in a 4-day sickness with a stomach ache. And what the last 10 days or so has really shown me, sorry, got a phone call, that through the power of no, it's actually allowing me so much freedom. So much more time to spend with the clients that I want to spend with. So much more availability for it, the things that are coming up in my day-to-day. So much more presence. And being in the moment has been amazing. So what saying no has allowed me to do is open up for what else is possible. And it's been really powerful for me. And there's been a few things that I have said no to in the last few weeks that I would have very traditionally said yes to, whether that be things that I feel like I should be going to for our business. So again, coming down to the should and shouldn't, shoulding on myself. And often, like, I'll have the mentality, I'll get invited to something and I'll think, oh, I don't want to go to that, but I should for work. Like, if I don't want to go to it, should I be going to it for work? You and I both know that answer. It's no, because if I'm not wanting to go to it, period, whether or not I'm attaching a definition onto it of it being for work or not, the intention is not there, right? So it doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't feel good. So in the spirit of that, what we have been committed to in the last few weeks is fun. It's really being intentional with our time. So recognizing that time is absolutely our most valuable resource and being so intentional with every little minute. Even if that little minute is sitting on the couch or petting my cat or, hopping on a client phone call, whatever it looks like in that moment, it is being super intentional about the time. And what saying no has also shown me, Alex, it's not a hell yes, but it's a hell no. Yes, absolutely. It is a hell freaking no. There has been a few opportunities that have come across our plates the past few weeks. For example, one was like an opportunity like to write for our business on a different blog. And my initial thought was like, oh, this is going to be so good for the business, but the blog isn't a right fit. It's not, I get requests like this all the time. So some are great fits and some aren't. And this in particular one was not a great fit. And I had the thought process, oh, I should do that. Like for the business, for exposure, I should do that. And then I immediately saw it and I was like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to write this blog post. Like it's about a topic that I'm not super stoked about and it doesn't light me up. So therefore I'm not going to do it. And, so that's just what I've been embodying. That's why I've been MIA from the social space. I had a friend reach out to me yesterday like, are you okay? Which I so appreciate the concern and, checking in on me. But I want you guys to know that I'm okay too, and so very much so okay. And that's why I'm not here. I'm so great that I'm choosing to not be on Melissa's Musings. Simply because of what my commitment to Melissa's Musings is. Like I want to come to you guys when I'm feeling inspired. Not expired, I never expire. Inspired, when I'm feeling in the moment, when I'm really excited to connect with you guys and really feel my tribe. So let's see what you guys are saying out here. Paul, thanks for the love, my friend. Nikki, you too. Alex, you go girl, love the dress. Yeah, this is my boss bitch dress, you guys. What do you think? I put this on every time and I'm like, that's right, boss bitch dress. Awesome, CJ. Thanks for the love. Love you, girl. Ciara, it's so good to see you and hear from you on here. One of her favorite sayings is often when you say no to others, you are saying yes to yourself. Oh, so good. MIA, Lissa. That's me. I've been MIA, but like doing awesome things in the world. So I encourage you guys, if you are in a total people pleaser mode, if you are saying yes to all the things, like I recognize that one of my biggest faults for myself this year, and one of the things that I really get to be cognizant of in the future, is that I said yes to 12 weddings this year. I love weddings. Like I love celebrating love, and I can totally recognize that at the beginning of the year I had the mentality, and John has thrown this in my face a few times, of I get to attend all the weddings in financial abundance with no stress. And I literally have done that. Yes, I've accomplished my goal. I've attended all the weddings with financial abundance and no stress. But the lesson was that I think I could have been more intentional with a few weddings and spent a lot more time and made like a better travel and trip out of those few weddings that I was intentional about. And also made it really special for the weddings that I missed without spreading myself so thin to attend 12 weddings. So like that was a huge realization too. And what lesson, I would have never learned that lesson had I not had 12 weddings this year. And had I not set the goal of intentionally attending all of them. So I get to learn and I get to shift. And I think that's the power of being in tune with yourself, being in tune with your goals, knowing what you want, and then going for it. Because really, you get to create the situation. You get to constantly shift. You get to constantly create the magic for yourself. Because believe me, like there have been many times in the last week or so where I have been in complete breakdown. I said no to something and then had such dramatic FOMO, which for those of you who don't know is fear of missing out, that I literally cried about saying no to the event. Okay, talk about confliction. Okay. And so I'm working through it. I'm figuring out what it looks like for me. But I think that's the beautiful thing. And I think that's the awesome part about the self-development, self-love journey. It's that there's no right or wrong. There's no, you don't have to be super committed to every single thing that you said and write it in stone and have it set forever. You can shift and you can make changes. And I think that's the powerful lesson that I'm learning, because one of the things that I've been very set on in my life is being like uber committed to my goals. And when I write them down on that piece of paper, like I want to commit to them like no shit and accomplish them. And it does me the disservice, because there's no reason why I need to just be busting it out. We're saying no to one of the last weddings that we have this year. We're saying no. We're RSVPing no, because it feels like too much. So it's the power of saying no, intentionally being powerful with your time, with your energy. Time and energy are the most valuable resources in the world, and I'm learning that very powerfully these last few weeks in some lessons, and I wanted to share it with you guys on Melissa's Musings. So thanks for tuning in. So many of you guys joined in. Paul, I have the opposite problem. I always say no. I'm busy with my cat. That's my first and always my tradition. Like, if I was to blurt out what entered my mind, most of the time it would be to sit on my couch and do nothing. So I can completely sympathize with you there. All right, my friends, I'm signing off. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. I think it is Tuesday. Talk to you soon.